Hey, it's time to dish with D. That's me. Hey, welcome. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you've come over from a collab, welcome. I'm Denise and I dish with D. That's me. I don't even know why I call myself D. I usually go by Denise, but nobody had Dish with D in the name of their channel, so that is why I went with Dish with D. Oh, it sounded pretty good too. Okay, enough about me. Today's topic is snacks and sweets, I think. Sweet snacks, maybe snacks and sweets, cakes, you know, the stuff we love, the stuff we can't live without. Yeah, I don't know about you, but the hardest thing about WW is the sweets. This program, Smart Points, this is Flex, but it's still Smart Points Flex, which is just basically Smart Points with the 0 point foods added. So Smart Points started, all the things that were in high, sugar took a hit. That's what my leader says, sugar took a hit. And things that used to be 2 points or 4 points, like everything doubled when it came to sweets. So a lot of you I know follow Points Plus, which that I really have to say, I did like that program. I did well with that program. I'm doing basically well with this program, but just these, I guess it's whatever you get used to. I think and you get into that routine, it's hard to change. This program with the, it's very high in protein, so you have to watch your sweets. And I don't know about you, but girlfriend, I love my sweets. I love my cake, I love my cookies, I love my sugar. So I've learned tea. I used to drink instant tea like by the gallons growing up as a kid. I think that's where I remember giving that up. I think I lost like 20 pounds. Like that was a lot of my weight, was the sugar and the instant tea. So I started making my own tea and just putting sugar substitute. Splenda is what I really use. I like Splenda out of all of them because it dissolves nicely in cold. I think some of them don't, and it kind of grosses me out that they're floating in there. But Splenda I found had the nicest taste and nicest dissolvability. So I put that in my tea, and that's been a big change for me. The cakes. Yeah, it's hard to find low point cake. Sometimes I make sure if we're out at a party and there's cake, I'm definitely going to have some, because it's just, come on, it's life, and I'm going to have some cake. I love cake, and Cake and I are going to be dating again. We date again a little bit, you know. We broke up, but we're just like slightly seeing each other. So that's, you know, we have this little taste here and there. But I've come up with, or I found online, different lighter versions. I mean, there's that brand that you could buy online, Smart Sweets and Smart Bakery. Not Smart Sweets. I'm not a candy person, so yeah. Only thing I like with candy is chocolate. But Smart Sweets are these like gummy bears and Swedish fish, and you know, that doesn't even move me. Smart Bakery, they have Smart Cakes. Sorry about that. And I will link them in the description box. I am an ambassador for Smart Bakery. I believe you get 10% off if you use the code I have ordered from them. They have Smart Buns and Smart Cakes. I don't think they have anything. That's all I've ever ordered, because I was all about the cake. And they get these little cupcake sized cakes, which are they're delicious. I mean, they're 1 point. I know I've had the cinnamon, I've had the chocolate, I've had the lemon, and I've had the raspberry. I wasn't a fan of the raspberry, but I wouldn't be a fan of the raspberry. I was a fan of the lemon, shockingly so. It makes, what I like to use it for is like a parfait. A lot of people do that. They'll cut it in half, and I've put PB2 on my chocolate. I put like the squirt of the fat-free Ready Whip in between the layers. It's just, I'm telling you, and they're moist, and they're shockingly delicious for a point, because you're like, oh yeah, how good is this going to be? Because I know, and you know, we've tried all this stuff that you order, and some of it stinks, most of it stinks, and it's expensive. I hear you on expensive, but these are really good. That's finally the first time I've actually had something that I would say, you know what, that's really good, and I have ordered them again. But I will link that. I've also a lot of recipes floating around using Kodiak. Kodiak's that high protein pancake mix. Granted, it does have that muffin-like taste, but you know what? It definitely hits the spot of a sweet. I mean, there's a lot going around with using the dark chocolate. You can make muffins, you can make donuts. And I know there's one where you think it's half a cup of Kodiak, half a cup of milk of your choice. I always use unsweetened almond milk, but you could use whatever milk you choose to use, or you can just use butter. And I, on the other, when I make a lot of these recipes and they don't call for Greek yogurt, I add it because I don't add like a whole stinking cup, but I'll add a nice heaping tablespoon because it's zero. It's going to add moisture, and why not? It's 0 points. So I do that, and of course, and anytime you make anything weird and odd and you bake it, I always put baking powder because why not? Again, it doesn't cost me anything. It's a teaspoon. It's going to add a little leavening. It's going to puff that up. And you definitely want things puffy, so you throw that in. And I don't know if or you add Lily's chocolate chips. As we WW people know, Lily's chocolate chips are the bomb diggity. And you could have a 0 point amount. You count them out. I think it's 16 for 0. I mean, you can have a point's worth and split it between the 6 of the donuts. You're still not gonna have to count it. So you make, the decision what you want to put in it, and then you can glaze them. And I have been enjoying. I don't like the Swerve brown sugar. I don't mind the powdered, but the brown sugar, I just didn't think the Swerve brown sugar was sweet at all. And I'm not, I get 0 points, but if I'm going to put it in, I want to be able to know it's there or something is there. I feel like there was nothing there. So I'm going to try this monk fruit. I'm trying that. That's on my list to get. So I haven't gotten it yet, to order it yet, but it's on my list to order. I'm going to try that. This blended brown sugar is fine, but I think it comes up to points. I'm trying to find something with 0 points because girlfriend, again, likes her sweets. I haven't been enjoying the banana bread. If you watch my channel, which you obviously are now, there's a link or a video on there for the banana bread. Mine's Mexican hot chocolate, but you don't have to add the cocoa or the cayenne, or you just add the cocoa, not the cayenne. It's up to you. And it's delicious. And that's like having a little sweet bread. And I'm telling you, it's awesome. I highly recommend it. And if you're looking for something, it's 2 points for the whole mini loaf, but I usually only have, I just have a slice. But you can have half for one, and a half is plenty. I highly recommend that. I also, I haven't done it for, I don't think I've ever done it, but I've seen it done, is where they mix the sugar-free cake mix with pumpkin. And I've had that, Joan at Joan's Point of Plate. I don't know if she has it up. She has a website, joanspointofplate.com. I will remember to link that, because sometimes I upload from my phone and then I go back and I add the link. So in case you're wondering and you say, hey, she said she's going to add a link, put a reminder that I did add your link you were looking for, or just double check it back, because sometimes I go and then I go and I edit and I add the link. But she's got a website, and I know she has that uploaded on her website for the, they're really delicious, I'm telling you. And I think there are 2 points for the little, I'm telling you, it's absolutely good. And it's something, it's just all you need is something like this once in a while, and you're good to go. Because I mean, you just need the chocolate. You have to feel like you're eating normal food. Let's face it, we have to feel like it, because if we feel like we're deprived, we're going to act like we're deprived, and then that means binging, and we don't want to go there. And that's a whole other video, which I have already done. If you just go back in my description, go back in my channel, you'll see. I think I did binging about 2-3 days ago. I don't remember. But black bean brownies are very popular. I've made them once. I did not like the recipe I made. The consistency was good. I didn't think it was sweet enough, and I think I needed to add. That's probably going to use that stinking powder I didn't like. Swerve. I like the consistency because it gave it. I do have. Let me go back. The consistency I did like, but the flavor I didn't. So I think it needs to be tweaked, or I need to find a more updated version. That was a version from maybe 2 years ago. It was old. Don't say it out loud. It was an old Hungry Girl cookbook I had, and she had it in there, and it just wasn't. It didn't do it for me. But I know there's more out there. I know I just have to look, and I will try it again, because like I said, the consistency was decent, and it didn't taste like you're eating black beans. Like, people think, oh my god, you're eating black beans. It didn't taste like you're eating black beans. It definitely tastes like a chewy chocolate brownie. I just needed it to be sweeter. I'm not quite sure what I need to put on there, but I will redo that. And I do the 3-2-1 cake. A lot of people don't. It's a box of sugar-free vanilla cake mix or chocolate cake mix, and a box of Angel Food cake mix that you mix with water. I don't think they sell a sugar-free Angel Food. I've never seen one. You mix both boxes together in a container. It's what I do. And then you take 3 tablespoons, put it in a mug with 2 tablespoons of water. Mix, put it in the microwave for a minute, and you have yourself a little cake. Some people say it's 3 points. Some people say it's 4 points. Some people say it's 2 points. I don't know what the points are because I haven't bothered to figure them out, because I'm thinking to myself, it's 3 tablespoons of mix. I'm not point stingy. To me, I counted it as 3. Heck, I've counted it as 2 some days, but you know what? If it's 2 or 3 or 4, I mean, come on. If you're gonna sit there and say, oh, I gained because I ate extra 3-2-1 mug cake one week, no. I have the mix sitting in my thing. It's lasted me, I think it's been there a year. I don't eat it. I obviously don't eat it every day, but once in a while you just need. And the kids, I make it for my kids because they love it. You know, you're like a rock star, bringing them a little fresh cake after dinner. They, oh, we didn't expect that, Mom. And I put a little fat-free Ready Whip on there, or some. For them, I put chocolate syrup. And you know what? I don't feel guilty about it. I don't. And I've obviously lost 97 pounds. Granted, I could have gotten the last 18 off quicker, but you know what? I have to do me. It's like my leader says, you have to do what you are, who you are, what works for you. And if, you know, letting little points fly by once in a while, and you know what, I'm never 100%, I mean, I'll admit this to you guys, but I might never admit it again, but I am never 100% on plan. No, you heard it here first. Not that I have days off, but there's just times, but I know that about myself, and I accept that, and that is why I am perfectly happy to sit there and say, yeah, I haven't gotten well because I'm just not consistent. But will I ever be consistent? No. That's the beauty of it. I will never be consistent. So to be consistent is so not Denise. No, she's not consistent. She does what she does. I'm happy at where I am. I am happy to stay where I am. If the gods of Weight Watchers had said, you know what, you're just not going to lose anymore because this is, and your body's is not, I'd be like, you know what, girl, I'm a winner. I am happy. I am healthier than I've been. I can move like I've never moved before. I'm good, and I'm happy with that. I'm happy being a size 12. Damn right I'm happy being a size 12, and I'm going to preach. That is so off topic of snacks, but it really isn't, because this is why we have snacks, because at least for me, that's who I am. That's part of who I always was. My dad was a big sweet eater. My God, his favorite meal was dessert. And anywhere we would go, I said there was a party and there was a sweet table, he would go to the sweet table first. And then he'd go get his regular food. I am not that bad. But yeah, girlfriend's good. I definitely plan in sweets. If we're going somewhere, there's a party, I will make sure I plan in, of course, not a whole piece of cake. Because number one, I really don't want a whole piece of cake. I don't really need it. Though I do need a couple of bites. Abso-frickin-lutely. I do. And especially from a really good bakery, I may even have half the piece. Just depends on how many points I have and how good I'm feeling. And you know what? It's all mindset. And that was another video as well. But you have to feel good in your skin. And if sweets does that, and sweets makes you happy, but you also, now I will say this, if you're stuck in your weight loss journey, for some reason, you've been stuck for a while, it could be too much sweets. I've never been stuck. Well, I was unmotivated when I was stuck, but I haven't been stuck this journey if not knowing why. Like if I knew I indulged or I knew I did that, you know what? Yeah, I got it. I understood. I knew I had to gain. Some weeks I didn't, but then I would rebound the next week, and I'm thinking that's where it was. But I don't want to make again. I think I've said this a million times. I don't make myself feel bad, because when you come as far as I've come, I can't make myself feel bad. I won't allow that. Because it's all positive vibes, people. Ooh, this is like, ooh, sunny out here. So eat the food you love. Find a way to fit it in. Find a way to make it lighter. People, Pinterest, check it out. Put it in the recipe builder. Double check everything. We always say that because I don't always double check everything. But most people should. I would recommend that you double check everything, because yeah, people lie. People just want to eat it. Oh, I'm going to put this cake as 1 point because all these Weight Watchers people will eat it. No. Fit the food you love and make the food you love. That has been my biggest help, is making things homemade, because you get more and you know what's in it, and you can sub out stuff and it's still just as delicious. That's all I can say. Find what works. Be a detective. Look up stuff. Find things that are low on points. Create things that are low on points. And I'm telling you, you will be successful. You will. But you are in charge, and you have to take hold of your journey, and you have to own it, and you have to make it yours. And experiment. And nobody's in your kitchen with you. If it doesn't come out good, nobody needs to know. minutes now. But you know what? You might find yourself shocking that you're gonna rock it. So that's it for today. I always say, eat your sweets. If you like my content, please hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. Know when I upload. I pretty much do these vlogs every day. I try to anyway. If you liked what I had to say, give me a thumbs up. And share me if you know anybody that needs a little encouragement, needs some positive, that they don't go to meetings, so they need to know what we do and encouragement. Please share me. And I'm actually going to talk about the meeting, I think, on my next video. That's what I should have done today, but I will do that tomorrow because I was running late and I had to think of a topic really quick and I have these on my phone. So that's it for today. Have a great and fantabulous day. Remember, another day will be to Dish with D. See you later.